All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to start traveling watercolors today. So the way you start this is you need an odd number of cups with water. I'm starting with 7 different cups to try to make the entire rainbow. It's up to you whether you want to start with 3 cups, 5 cups, or 7 cups. I'm starting with 7. Once you have your 7 cups, you want to put the same amount, an equal amount of water in each of the cups. So you can see, I'll just grab one of them for you. I didn't fill it all the way up because I'm going to be doing things with it. Now the next thing we're going to do is you're going to need food coloring.
All of them are the same.
Yep. So,
all of them are the same except one of them.
Okay. I'm picking 3 colors of food coloring, and I'm going to start on the end with red food coloring. So I'm going to put in a couple drops of red. And I'm actually going to put red on both sides.
There we go. Fixed it.
So if you have 7 cups, you want to put red on the 2 outside colors. Then I'm going to skip a space and leave an empty cup in the middle and do a yellow cup. And then I'm going to skip a space and do a blue cup. Maybe. Uh-oh, the blue's not working so well, so we'll see if it works. So once you have your food coloring, then you want to mix it up so you have nice colored water. Mine's like a gel kind of, so it makes it a little bit different.
Do I put in the color now?
Yep, you want to put them on the outsides. What colors do you have, Zen?
The same colors. The same colors.
Okay, so maybe you want to do blue on one cup and then leave the middle one empty. And then the other cup you can either do red or you can do yellow.
Come on, can you I'm gonna see. Oh wow, that looks sweet. Oh, so you need different colors. Reminds me when I go to the store to buy the thing. That's right. No, not into the middle one.
You need the middle one to be empty.
Middle one needs to be empty.
So you can see I have red, clear.
Do I mix it?
Not yet. Oh yeah, you can mix it in the cup. So red, clear, yellow, clear, blue, clear, red.
One is pink and one is red.
Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is you need to have one less amount of paper towels as the amount of cups you have. So I have 7 cups, so I needed 6 paper towels. And what you're going to do with your paper towels is you're going to fold them in half hot dog style and give it a nice crease. And then you're going to fold it even one more time, so it's about an inch thick, and give it a crease. So I folded it twice in half hot dog style. And then you're going to fold it this way to make it almost like a V, like a bird. Okay?
Put something else in here. Yes, you did. It was this white stuff.
So I already prepared my other 5, so now I have 6 folded paper towels. Okay?
What you guys gonna do?
You guys need 2 folded paper towels if you only have 3 cups of water. So do you have 2 folded, Zen? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to very carefully, because you don't want to spill any of the water because it is food coloring and I don't want to get any on my table. You're going to put your V actually upside down, almost like an N, and you're going to place it into each of the 2 cups. So this one's going to be in the red and the clear. This one's this one's in the clear and the yellow.
With the put it in with the middle one.
Uh-huh. You put
It's
one
like
in
what
each
this
side.
She said red. So it was red.
It doesn't matter which
Do
colors
I-
of food coloring you picked.
Do I connect this with the red?
So you
and
put the color and then the clear. Color on one side, clear on the other.
Okay, good.
And then I'm going to keep going across because I have so many.
What is it trying to do? Okay.
So what's going to happen if you look at your cups, the water is actually going to start to travel up your paper towel. So the red one was the first one I placed, and if you can see carefully, the red food coloring is traveling up, and that dry paper towel is actually getting wet across the top. So the water is traveling through, and we're going to see what color do you think this clear cup is going to make if it combines red and yellow?
I don't know.
What color does red and yellow make? If you were coloring with them, what do you think?
Orange.
Yep. What do you think the yellow and the blue is going to make?
The yellow and the blue. Green.
Green. And then blue and red?
They're going to make purple.
They're going to make purple. You're right. So it does take a little bit of time to do this. Sometimes people actually cut their paper towels a little bit shorter to see if it makes it go faster.
It probably doesn't.
But I'm just adjusting them.
Oh my god, it's wet at the top.
Uh-huh. It's traveling, that's for sure.
I get why it's doing that.
Why do you
Because,
think?
like, the towel wants to suck up all the water, but like that one part can't, so it's sending all the wetness all the way up.
It is, you're right.
As I can see, the water's going away like 1 millimeter a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you know you can actually do this same experiment with roses or carnations? If you get red food coloring and you put it into your vase and you put a white rose in it, it will actually suck up some of that food color water, and that's how they can turn white roses different colors. So that's another different experiment you can do with traveling water. But this is one that we're going to do, and it does take a while. So even if we're done talking about how the water's going to change, I'm going to keep the video going so that you can see how it changes over time.
So the
Say it again.
So the darker the color, the faster. The darker the color, the faster.
And the darker the color, the brighter your other one's going to be, because they're going to mix together. So you can see my red is really dark on this side. It's not as dark on that side. But the yellow, that one's going up pretty quick.
Mine is very light.
Okay. Are any of them going into your white water yet? Your clear water?
No.
No, not yet? Okay.
I'm going to add more into the clear one.
Okay. Mine's taking a little bit.
Mine's taking a lot.
So this experiment is one that does take time, and that's okay. So what's going to happen, this isn't as long as the rock candy experiment we did where we had to wait 5 days to make the rock crystals. This one will take maybe like an hour. So if you let them sit in about an hour, you can see the water's going to keep traveling through. Yeah. And it's going to make the combination.
I'm going to leave this in my table for an hour.
It will.
My baby sister can break it.
Oh, that's not a good thing. I know, I have to be careful. I had to lock the dogs in the other room so that they wouldn't get the cups either.
So we're just going to sit here for an hour and just watch it change.
We can, or, I mean, we can check back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's experiment, we're going to learn how to make peanut butter tomorrow. So I'm going to take you to a store that I work at and show you how peanut butter's made and different types of butters like that. So even if you want to check back then, that would also be fine. But Zen, I'm not sure if you knew that tomorrow's actually our last 21st Century Day. Tomorrow's going to be the last one because next week, that's it. We're all done with school. Did you know that? Okay, so that's why I'm doing another, that's why tomorrow's going to be another field trip day. So I'm going to go to a store to show you guys all about peanut butters and different things and how to read labels and stuff like that. Okay? So we're going to let the experiment keep going. I'm going to keep the YouTube video playing so that we can watch it later. But for yours, if you can keep it in a safe place, do that. And then check back in like maybe a half an hour and then an hour to see if any of your water has shifted, okay?
Does bath bombs really like suck it up or no?
I'm not sure. That's a good experiment. Or is that what you're trying? The pink and the red from the bath bomb?
Yeah.
Ooh, that might work.
Would it like stand out and suck it up or no?
I think so.
Like, would it suck up the color?
It should, because a bath bomb's made with different types of food coloring as well, so it should do it. So we're going to check back in like a half an hour and then an hour. And then if you can tomorrow, I'm going to try really, really hard to make sure we can do different types of fun stuff for our last day. And I even was told that I might be able to deliver what we make tomorrow on the video and deliver some of it to some of your houses, if that's possible. So you want to check in tomorrow, and your sisters too. Everybody can check in, and then we can see how to make different types of butters like that. That'll be pretty fun, okay? All right, so I'm going to end the Zoom, but I'm going to keep the YouTube going so that we can see how they mix up later, all right? And then we'll check back in tomorrow at 3:30. Okay, bud?
Wait, you're ending it already?
Well, we don't have to sit and watch it for an hour.
Only been 26 minutes.
I know, but these are going to take a while. So you can keep watching it if you want. I can leave it playing if you'd like. It's totally up.
I can't even see the.
They're not. Well, mine haven't gone all the way up and over yet. Not yet. They're still going. It's still traveling.
Yeah, watching them is pretty boring.
Okay, so we can check back later, and I'm gonna maybe even add a little bit more food coloring to see if it helps it or not. Because I don't know if that'll help or not.
Bye.
All right, Zen, I'll talk to you later, okay? See you tomorrow.
Bye. Why am I the only one to come all these Zoom meetings? No one else comes.
Sometimes Hang came a little earlier today. Last week for baking, I had Amara. Did you see we baked cookies on? I baked cookies on Thursday. So if you go into the Zoom, the Google Classroom, you can actually see there's a link to the YouTube, and you can make the same type of cookies if you want. I recorded it for you.
I wanted to be there. I don't know. I don't think I got the notification.
What? I send it every time. You know that. That's okay.
Well, maybe my mom did.
You can watch it again. That's why I always tape them for YouTube so that you can see them anytime.
Okay.
All right, bud. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
And YouTube friends, we're going to still keep recording. I did add a little bit more food coloring to see if it would help expedite the process. And now is the waiting game. So we're gonna see if after about a half an hour to an hour, if our colors start to combine. This is called the traveling water experiment. So the waters are going to travel and hopefully combine. We're using complementary maybe colors, and they're going to make a combo. So red and yellow are gonna make orange, or yellow and blue should make green, and blue and red should make purple. So we're gonna see if any of our colors actually combine, and it's a pretty neat experiment. But remember, not all experiments always end in a success. Remember, our rock candy didn't exactly make huge crystals like we would buy at the store. So sometimes a scientist has to change some of their hypotheses. So maybe next time, if this experiment didn't work as well, maybe I'd want to use warm water or try cold water or even try shorter paper towels or a different brand of paper towels. So there's lots of different things you can change if this one doesn't go the way you want it to go. And that's all about science, making experiments, trying things, checking them, making a different plan. That's part of the scientific process. So even if you get results that aren't what you thought were going to happen, you still got results, and that's really important to report out. So we're going to watch the video and we're going to see how it goes. All right, I'm going to check out over onto the side, and we're going to just let it play and see in a little while how the experiment turned out. All right, have fun. All right, friends, we're gonna edit this experiment a little bit. We're half an hour in, and the colors have not really been combining. So like I said, a good scientist checks their experiment, makes a hypothesis, lists out their ingredients and their materials, and, you know, performs their experiment, sees what happens. So I'm noticing that there's so much of the paper towels in the bottom of the glasses that I'm wondering if that's the reason why the water's not traveling so much. It has too far of a place to go. So I'm actually, because it's wet and full of food coloring, I'm going to take out the paper towels, and I'm gonna try the same experiment but with a half-size paper towel and see if it works. I don't know. At this point, I think we could watch this for like another hour and it might not travel all the way up and over. So I'm going to change my experiment. My variable that I'm changing is actually going to be the length of the paper towel. Everything else is going to stay the same, but I'm going to change the length. So this is going to be tricky. I don't want to make too big of a mess. Okay, so I got those paper towels out. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold them hot dog style, the new ones. But this time I'm going to rip them in half. So now I have this piece and I'm going to fold it in half. So this time I need the cups a little bit closer together. Because they still need to be able to touch. As long as the paper towel touches the water, then it can travel. So these ones seem to be traveling a lot faster. Not sure if you can see it from where you're sitting. But I'm hoping this change in the variable of the length of the paper towel helps our experiment a little bit better. And who knows, maybe this won't help either, you know? All experiments have some sort of result, and you can report out on those results. And it might not always be the results you wanted, but those are still results. So we're gonna see what happens. And even Zen, he had checked in earlier. He wasn't able to use the same kind of food coloring I'm using. He was using bath bombs. So those also have food coloring in it, but it also has soap in it. So that's another whole experiment to see whether or not that travels up the paper towels the same way or not. It's very interesting. Okay. A little bit spilled. So these are traveling up and over a little bit. But the same kind of thing's gonna happen. We're gonna wait it out and see what happens. So I have a feeling that because we changed the length, it should help to make it go a little bit faster. we're gonna check back in. It's gonna just keep on playing, and we'll see in a little bit if these colors have traveled.